this structural?
Oh, heck yeah, buddy. Nice and strong.
I'm buying a new construction home. I don't need any inspections, right? Well, today we're going on a new construction home inspection and we're gonna get a professional's opinion on it. So we're here with Jack Hutchinson from ICO Home Inspections, whom I use quite a bit. Jack, welcome. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah,
and
great.
My question to you is, I mean, basically we're looking at a framework here.
Yeah.
So what are we looking for?
So what we're looking for is deficiencies in the framework itself. The big advantage and the best part about doing pre-drywall inspections is that I can see through the walls now.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I can see through,
If the stud's missing.
If the stud is missing, if the stud is twisted, if it's bowing, if they've cut into some of these engineered trusses, it's a great way for me to know and get ahead of the problems before they put drywall and insulation in, because the big flaw of being a home inspector is I can't see through walls. So this is our opportunity to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's get started. Let's see what he finds.
Let's do it.
Are we both in the frame?
Yeah.
How's my hair?
How's his hair?
I brushed it.
Good.
It's another awesome opportunity for me to see the electrical and make sure that all these wires are protected properly, because you know, if this wire has been drilled too close to this outside wall here, it's supposed to have a plate like that. Now this one's nice and centered, so it's fine. But you can see here, this one's really close to the edge, so they have to protect this.
Well, we've got like hurricane strapping.
Yeah, because we live in a high wind area, you know, we need to make sure that the roof is not going to come flying off someday. So we make sure that we have your hurricane ties, that everything's nice and secure, to make sure that we don't get any uplift.
So no, we're not like Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, the house goes
Exactly,
flying away. Gotcha.
exactly. You want to be
held down to the
ground.
ground.
You want to be held down. So here's a great example. What's nice to see is that they've strapped not just the top plate down, but then they've come and strapped from the top plate to the rafter here. All right, so we've got double protection from uplifts. What likely happened was this was either sized incorrectly or just showed up wrong, and so what they've done is they've cut through an engineered truss. Now we're not supposed to do that without an engineer's permission, and so now we have to have an engineer come and look at this and say, this is fine, right? That's ideal, right? That's what we want them to say. Or they'll say, or they'll provide a fix for us. Then we've got this super long run and nothing actually holding it up between this run and then the short run. Engineered trusses need support.
I thought there wasn't drinking on the job. Maybe that's after hours.
So what I do, I'll just make a note that this is incomplete.
This is going to be metal.
Yeah, this will be metal, so. We just want to make sure there's no tears or there's no ice or water.
Here, they put a drip edge on.
Yeah, so they'll put the drip edge on here, and then they're getting ready to put metal panels on. So all I really want to make sure is that the ice and water shield's been installed correctly, so we know someone's coming back to finish it. And everything looks like they're doing a pretty good job so far.
We got a tear here.
We do have some tears. Yeah, there's a tear there, and there's actually some tears here in the valley. You can see where there's an issue there. So what they'll need to do is they'll need to come back and patch this up before they put the shingles in. Now we hope
It's a good little find.
We hope that the guy installing the roof would have seen that, but you never know. So we're gonna call it out and make sure it gets taken care of. So the back side of this roof is still wet, so we're gonna stay off it. My first year as an inspector, I fell off a roof, and it was terrifying. It took me a long time to just get enough confidence to go up a ladder again. So this roof looks great.
What are you doing perched up there?
Well, believe it or not, one of the things that I find the most in new construction is broken trusses. I find them all the time. But what happens is the guys they'll either break on the way in on the truck, or they drop them or something, and they put them up here, and nobody remembers to come back and patch and repair. So always got to get to the very tippy top just to make sure. But we're good. We're good up here. Yeah, catch me falling on your camera, will you? All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the house and look for twisted and bowing studs. Here's a twisted stud for you, a great example. But basically what we're looking for, when they installed these studs, they were likely straight, but as the weather changes and this house sits here open air the way it is, these things can kind of shift and move over time. What we want to do is make sure that we're going through and marking as many as we can, because if it's twisted, we'll get bows in the drywall when they come through, and they'll have wavy walls. And then if it's a bowing stud, we'll need to pull it out there and replace it. So here's a great example of a bowing stud. This stud is offering no support to the ceiling above it. Will it cause problems? It's unlikely because we have so much good support around it, but we still need to have that straightened out so that, you know, we sleep better at night. In a pre-drywall, obviously I can't test any of the electrical system because there's no electricity.
Right.
But I still like to just get an eye on the box, make sure that there's no penetrations from siding nails coming through the back of it, make sure that, you know, water's not coming through because it has rained a little bit recently. But the real electrical inspection is going to happen at the very end.
We got more strapping here.
It's called a bird mouth. It's like on a roof, same thing. Your downward force comes to here, and then this is just a safety mechanism to make sure that even though it's bolted in up top there, that's just, it's an extra catch. When they start moving in, and you got a couple thousand pounds on this stairway.
The gun safe goes upstairs.
Yeah, when the gun safe goes upstairs, you want to make sure that that stairway is going to hold. That little drip right there will cost so much money to fix down the road.
We're doing a pre-drywall inspection. Best option is to do a final inspection once the house is complete.
Absolutely, yeah.
Why is it a good idea to do a pre-drywall inspection when we have building code enforcers, you know, building inspectors? Why is it good to actually do this? I mean, don't they take care of this?
Having someone come through and look
Right.
at things from a different angle fresh really makes a huge difference. These houses are built by humans, right? Humans are inherently flawed, and so having someone come through, not you, but most of us, having people come through and having a fresh set of eyes on this is a really good idea. We look at things as a big picture, and we'll make sure that it was built right, and we can tackle early problems so that when the final inspection comes through, everything looks really great, and then the homeowner's happy, the clients are happy, and we're all sleeping well at night.
Yeah, this is my opinion. If you're buying new construction or whatnot, it's your decision whether or not you want to have a pre-drywall inspection done. But we did find a couple of things that down the road could create a lot of financial burden on you to correct. Chances are the builder and the building inspector would have found it and would have addressed it, but at least we have a record of it. We now know it. We can bring it to the table so that it is something that they don't miss.
That's a really good point
Yeah.
about having something documented, and we know that there was
Right.
an issue. And if it becomes an issue 5-6 years from now, then we know, hey, we knew about this already and nobody fixed it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see what we got coming up next, like and subscribe. Jack from ICO Home Inspections. Man, I can't say enough about the guy. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Great to be here.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.